Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here, this RTA Motorsports, and today we're going to be doing something pretty darn cool. RaceRoom finally released the GT4 cars for us to play with. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a weird sound. I don't know if it's coming from the headset or what, but you're going to be kind of looking around a little bit. Sounds like speaker sort of, I don't know, hissing. And I can't tell if it's coming from the headset or not, or if you guys would be able to hear that. I hope not. We are also messing around with OVR drop, so that way I could start to see chat while we're in VR. We're gonna give that a try. But this main focus of today is really trying to get into RaceRoom. We already purchased the cars, and we're gonna test them out. We're gonna have some fun. I think I'm gonna do some practice first with the cars, and then maybe we'll do like a longer race with whatever one we like the most. Ooh. Oh. Let me lower that. But I hope everyone's doing good. It's actually kind of like my Saturday. Right now is kind of my day off, so finally got time to jump into the rig for a little bit. A little bit tired. I've been up for about 20 hours now. You got to try to make time for the rig whenever you can, you know? Got to make time for your hobbies whenever you can. But yeah, been up for around 20 hours, so my driving may reflect that, but today's kind of a big day. I can't risk not checking out this pack that was just released. And it's actually, they're doing a little bit of a group buy right now. If you buy all 3 cars in the GT4, you get a small little discount. Interestingly enough, in VR, I couldn't purchase the cars. I had to go out, go back in outside of VR, and then I was able to go through the store and purchase just like normal. In VR, it kept saying failed, please try again later. So I don't know if you all have ever had that issue before. I don't see RaceRoom popping up. What the heck is it doing back there? Alright, so let me change the view so that way you can all see what is going on and what we're looking at. So off to the right there, you're going to see the chat. Yeah, should be pretty cool. Hopefully it works smoothly because OVR Drop, the software that I have used before, the only software I have, it's very intense on the computer itself, so hopefully we don't notice too many issues from it. Alright, so first, we're going to take a look at the Porsche Cayman here. We're going to throw... I'm going to try and make it like a full field of cars. Make 19 other cars. The tire wear on. And Brands Hatch is fine. I think that'll be a nice small little track to get some laps around, kind of understand the car a little bit. And I just got to make sure that there's actually sounds, because every so often whenever we stream with this capture card. I'm not exactly sure why, but we actually lose sound. So let me just make sure that sound is working once it actually goes in. The loading times in VR are pretty long. I'm noticing like a little bit of stuttering here and there, but overall not too bad. All right, let's see what we can do. Hey, Tom Jones, how you doing? How's it going? Missed you, man. Missed you. All right. Whoa. So we're in the Porsche Cayman GT4. Again, this pack was just released to the public. We do have the full motion rig going. We're just going to do some practice, and then whatever car we choose, we'll do a longer race with it. So I'm noticing... Well, let's see. Hey, Tom! Thank you so much, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. Gotta show some love. I appreciate that, man. That was cool watching that live stream with all the other sim tubers on there, checking out these cars. Man, I lost so much sleep that day. This is that was my normal sleep time actually during the week, so I think I got like 3 hours of sleep that day because of that whole live stream that was going on. But that was too cool to watch all that. Just had to jump in and check these cars out for myself. So I don't know, the handling of this car is a little bit weird. It feels like it's pushing. Definitely understeering. Corner entry is a little bit tricky. I feel like the car just wants a four-wheel drift. Well, not even drift, just slide right off the track. Got to kind of manhandle it a little bit, it feels like, on this base level setup. I'm sure with a setup we could kind of fix a lot of that. I know the engine's like in the Cayman. Is the Cayman technically a mid-engine car, or is it still a rear engine? I think it's mid-engine if I remember correctly. But it feels kind of light in the rear during braking. Tom, you said you didn't see the very beginning. Are you using the Odyssey Plus right now? No, this is just the Odyssey. I should have been in the race. You know, I'm small potatoes. Not quite as big as those guys. I appreciate it though, man. And heck, it was fun to watch. It really was. I had like... I think I had 3 of... And at one time I tried to get a 4th one up. Streams going at the same time. Which was hilarious, seeing the incidences happen in different... different points of view. It was absolutely awesome. There was a few people that got taken out in the beginning, and I kind of missed who did it, but it was just cool to see like different points of view at the exact same time and their reaction to different things. I.e., when Jimmy's steering wheel came off, that was pretty damn good. Ron Smith, how you doing, buddy? I'm really liking having this chat room in VR space. This actually feels pretty damn good. So, this car here, You really got to be careful on your, like, mid-corner and corner entry. Corner entry is pretty rough with this Porsche Cayman. It just feels like it wants to pivot on the middle of the car, and that's why I'm almost certain this is a mid-engine car design, because it's kind of weird feeling. Just feels really light in the rear, even though I know the engine's back there. Hey, Tom, thank you, man. I don't know, I think I need to start learning Discord. There's so many people that keep telling me, you need to get on Discord and this and that. I think that's how a lot of them converse. And I'm just starting, whoop, just got hit in the back. Just starting to learn how to get into Discord. Made a Discord account. So, well, we'll get in there. I know RaceRoom has a Discord channel. Gamer Muscle was telling me to speak to a specific person. He thought I was going to be in the race too. I was really flattered by that. Honestly, I really was. But but I definitely had a lot of fun watching it. I really did. I think they should do more of that. Maybe have, like, I don't know. Up. Maybe have an announcer or something. Have someone dedicated to just announcing. Have everyone's webcam kind of synced up to whoever's the announcer. Do live in-car interviews during the race. Kind of like the type of stuff that they do for iRacing events. I think that would be freaking amazing. I know RaceRoom has done events like that in the past, but what headset is this? This is the Samsung Odyssey. We did a review on the Odyssey as well as the Odyssey Plus on the channel. If you're interested in either one, definitely check out those videos. Ron Smith, you got your console back and running. Nice, man. So you can at least do some console racing. Awesome, buddy. Get on some Assetto Corsa or Project Cars too. Maybe even some Dirt Rally. I think I'm really starting to, you know, understand this car a little bit. If you push it, it starts doing like a four-wheel drift. See? Right there. I tried to make it happen. It completely shot me in the foot. It was too much. So I think we might, in a minute, go out, jump into maybe the Lotus next. Kind of see how that feels in comparison. Have any of you guys tried this pack yet? It literally just came out, I think today. I think today was the day. Got an email about it. Woo! I'm like on the edge of grip right now. I'm also getting this weird sort of sensation of like a, not a dead zone, but like a heaviness in the middle of the steering where it kind of wants to snap back to middle. It's not really bothering me too much, just, you know, something I'm noticing. Oh, you shift while you're turning, and that's it. You kick the rear out. I do gotta say, with the Odyssey, I can read the normal dash pretty well. It's pretty legible. Brakes are okay. Not amazing, but they're okay. But really, the turn-in and the weight transfer of this car is it's a little odd. But once you get it, it feels manageable. And it's tricky, so it makes it fun. But it doesn't feel like the razor edge that you would expect from, like, T-Bone. Hey, how you doing? That you would expect from, like, Porsche. Go Crash. Looking good in the Odyssey motion rig and gloves. You're rocking the same setup. Nice, man. You got, I think you have the Prosimu motion rig as well, right? Tom Jones, you haven't seen these cars? Not yet, anyways. Yeah, they're pretty fun. I mean, we haven't driven the other two yet, so I can't really make a full judgment. Judging by what we saw on that live stream with all the SimTubers and whatnot, I guess this Cayman is like the fastest on the straight of all of them, but seems to be the trickiest to drive in a tight course. And it could kind of feel why. Almost. Woo! Trying to throw it a little bit, but it's not really responding to what I want it to do. Let's go back in the pits. We'll check out the next car now. Oh, really? Is that what I said, Tom Jones? I don't think that's what I said at all, honestly. Unless I had a stroke or maybe a TIA, you know, I'll give it that much. But, yeah, I don't think those words came out of my mouth. All right, so let's go back. Let's quit out of this, and we're going to check out the next car here. Kind of want to keep the track the same. Oh, you're also using sim tools. That's awesome. Stephen O'Sullivan, they're interesting cars to drive. Lots of character, that is for sure. Well, as far as the Porsche goes. Let's see, where the heck did they put... Come on, GTR. There we go, okay. Lotus next. Let's see what cars we have here. Is he racing? Lotus Driving Academy. I don't know. Is he racing? Let's check them out. Was it a 1080 Ti then? You know, it could be a Bic #2 pencil. If you guys are in need of a #2 pencil, I could try to hook you up. My wife, she bought a pack of 10. I could see if I could steal one from her without getting stabbed to death. You know, I can't make any promises though, you know. But if you want a #2 pencil, lead free, of course, only the premium of pencils. Hopefully, I'm like really close to this cable for the microphone. You know, I might end up just friggin' pulling out the cable. That'd be my luck, just talking this entire stream. Alright, so the interior of the Lotus is actually, keep your hands off my 2080 Ti. How do you guys feel about the 2080 Ti, by the way? Oh, actually, some of your chat... Let me see something. It looks like... Sweet... a crash pencil. That sounds kind of wrong. I don't know if we'll call it a crash pencil. But anyway, what do you guys feel about the whole RTX line of graphics cards? I was a little, I don't know, I was a little bummed out, personally. I understand ray tracing, and I'm very grateful that someone's making the step to innovate. You know, say what you want about NVIDIA. Someone has to innovate out there, and AMD's not really... I've had many AMD graphics cards, so I'm not being against AMD or anything like that, but AMD is not really pushing them to, you know, really develop, like, the most hardcore of high-performance graphics cards at a low cost. Obviously, they kind of own the high-end market, so... but I was expecting a little bit more performance-wise, just raw frames per second out of this new series. I appreciate the whole ray tracing, but I was still expecting like the 1070 Ti to be comparable. I mean, the 2070 Ti to be comparable to like the 1080 Ti of this generation. And that doesn't seem to be the case. You know, as a 1080 Ti owner, the only place I have to go is a 2080 Ti. Yeah, and they're having some issues with the 2080 Ti. I don't know if they're... I've heard of a few burning up, but watching Gamers Nexus, I don't think that it's really many more failing than any other generation of cards. Just the fact that people are paying so much for them, and the failures are happening. Oh, this feels so different than the Porsche. This is a totally different vehicle. Now, the interior is actually in VR very, very nice, very engaging. The digital display is freaking phenomenal. I can read it. It's crystal clear. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Did we get him? I think we got him. I'm blocking that other mirror with the chat. Sorry about that. Yeah, I really think what they need to do is maybe create a GTX line of cards off the same chip without the ray tracing for the people that don't really give to, you know, about ray tracing at all, but they just want the performance. And that's kind of what I thought they were going to do already, is release their their GTX line alongside of a RTX line, but so T-Bone, currently we have the 2700X from AMD, and I'm really enjoying it. I know I could get much better frames with like the Intel 9900K, but at the time when I got this processor, there was not much from the Intel space that could compete with it multi-core wise at the price point, you know what I mean? Especially for streaming like we do here and VR and all that. We kind of need the cores, so processor wise, I'm very happy with AMD, but oh yeah, pass of the century. I'm almost going off the track just thinking about that pass. That pass was, oh man, that was awesome. I'm glad someone caught that, because I almost screamed. And I know normally when I stream I get yelled at for screaming, so I had to try to control my emotions. I'm liking this Lotus though. I can tell off the line it doesn't feel as fast. There's like a dead zone. You have to get the RPMs up there really to start moving. And it doesn't want to do that four-wheel drift, and it's not weird on the weight transfer at all. Up, up, up. Too much, way too much. Oh, jeez. If the 2080 Ti came out at $799, you would think you would be receiving... Yeah. And that's another thing. That price point's almost... I understand, you know, you innovate, you create a new part, create new technology at a lower... I don't know. It's not new technology. Ray tracing has been out there, but the Quadro cards were the ones mainly doing it, but... The price point for the tier cards is kind of ridiculous. You know, 1070s have always been a certain, or around about a certain price point, you know what I mean? And I have a feeling, Crash of the Century, yeah, living up to the name. I don't know. I have a funny feeling the price point was due to the fact that there was so many 10 series cards still available and still around. Personally, I think that was their way of getting rid of the 10 series, because think about it, since this release, 1080 Ti's are still kind of sold out. They're selling like hotcakes. So, you know, the hardcore enthusiast that doesn't really care about price, they're buying the 2080 series, the 2080 Ti's, and they don't really care. It's the undecided people that are clearing out the 10 series cards. And I think that's probably why the price was what it was. I expect this year the price to come down big time on the 20 series, but, you know, I could be very wrong, but I don't know. For the performance bump, like us 1080 Ti owners, all we can do is go to the 2080 Ti. You know, we can't get a 2080 because it's almost a lateral move, except now we get ray tracing. I don't know. I kind of feel stuck, you know, because I don't want to pay $1,200 for a graphics card, but I want the best performance possible all around, so that way, you know, we could live stream at a higher resolution, stuff like that, you know. It's you gotta pay to play, I guess, like everything else. Alright, so this is the Lotus. I'm liking it, obviously. It's not as lively as the Porsche. The Porsche feels like a generation older almost, because the turn-in's not as tight. The weight transfer is definitely kind of tricky, and the car just feels livelier, like older, livelier. This feels a lot more focused. It's a different type of car altogether. I am putting faster lap times down too. Even though the car doesn't feel as fast off the line, I am putting faster lap times down. And we were driving the Porsche, or Porsche, quite longer than we were with this. Are you kidding me? I'm blocking that mirror with the chat. Alright, so next we'll take a look at the KTM. Check out the actor Howard Charles. My doppelganger? Porsche doesn't have ray tracing. What are you talking about? Tom Jones, see, if you were in charge, you would lower the 1080 Ti to 500, 2070 at 495, 2080 599, 2080 Ti at 749, and you would be selling millions. Keep in mind you have no degree in marketing. No, but I completely agree with you. I think even if the 2080 Ti, honestly, my inner New York is about to come out. I think if the 2080 Ti was $899, honestly, $899, it would suck, but I would have bought one. $1,200? No way. Especially the 1080 Ti, it was kind of on the way up from the price hike. I purchased this one, I want to say it was like 600 bucks. Brand new. And it's the Gigabyte Aurous Extreme. So it's not like a, you know, a base level 1080 Ti. It's got a huge beefy cooler. It's got some features to it. It overclocks over 2 gigahertz. Do a search for your doppelganger live on stream. Howard Charles? Alright, we'll do that in just a little bit. Let me take a look at this other car here. I'm a little nervous. Might have to search him on the phone first and make sure it's not going to be something crazy. You know what's funny though? I know I do have a very Brett Sandberg. Let's drive his car. That's pretty cool. These cars have some pretty cool liveries. I know I have a very like familiar look to me wise because when I moved originally from New York to Florida before we came to the West Coast, I used to get stopped all the time in the malls, and at one point I got attacked by an old lady who thought I was her granddaughter's ex-boyfriend. She kind of attacked me when I first moved down there, and that was kind of funny. The guy's main pick is his doppelganger? Really? Use IMDb. Alright, just a little bit. We'll take a look at this car first. Whoa! That is weird. The interior setup of this car is very weird. Very wide. And then you have this roll cage post right here. Kind of a weird spot, but I could see out very, very well. I don't know if the scaling is off because we're in an Odyssey or what. But live Google searching, what could go wrong? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Alright, we were just in another Lotus. Alright, so this is the KTM. This car I was kind of expecting to be the tightest handler out of the bunch, but probably the slowest accelerator. I actually don't have the real figures on these cars as far as acceleration speed and horsepower, but sounds pretty good. It doesn't feel like I'm in like a focused race car like the Lotus. The Lotus with that dash display and everything. That one feels like I'm in something serious. This kind of feels like I have like a club racer, you know what I mean? Handles pretty good. Acceleration is very underwhelming as far as what I'm feeling. I mean, we may be cruising and I just don't feel it. Because we're able to see out completely. And the field of view is kind of tricking me, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. The Porsche ahead of us is not completely losing us, so can't be going that slow. About 2 seconds off of our Lotus time. I love how big those mirrors are. Those mirrors are beastly. So I would say this car, to me, at the moment, feels the easiest to just get in and drive out of the three. The Porsche is the most lively, trickiest, especially on corner entry. That weight transfer is just weird, but it makes it fun. Really need a dash display in the middle, or at least a shift light in the middle. Having it literally in the middle of the car is not really an optimal place for me. I'm kind of trying to go off my peripheral vision to see the shift light when it's red. As Larry David would say, pretty good. Pretty good. It looks the coolest. Definitely. You know, I like to be able to see out as well as I am now. And the thing is, I think racing on a single screen setup, I'm going to call it an A-pillar. It's not an A-pillar. This roll bar right here looks like it's in a really awkward place and kind of almost looks like it's blocking your view a little bit. In VR, when you get a sense for the space that you're in, it's not too bad. It's actually out of the way, and it just gives you this crazy panoramic view of the cockpit of the car to the outside. You can just see everything really well. Up. You guys didn't see that. The turbo sounds cool. It does. It kind of sounds, and I hate to say this because RaceRoom has arguably some of the best sounds in the sim racing world, but it sounds a little bit canned. I don't know. It sounds a little fake. I don't know. I would have to hear it in real life or maybe over a video and kind of see if that's really what it sounds like. It's like the same sound no matter what. When you shift a little bit off throttle, it doesn't really have a dynamic sort of sound to it. But it definitely gives it a lot more character than the other two cars as far as, you know, engine sounds go. But I think they could have made it a little bit more dynamic on that blow-off valve. And maybe, see, I don't know. I've never been in this car, but I would imagine if the valve is that loud, I would expect maybe a little bit of turbo whine, or maybe like induction noise, a little bit more like air induction noise from the turbos, because I can hear it, but it's very slight. You just barely hear the high pitch spool of them. But for all I know, maybe this is exactly how it sounds, and I'm just talking out of my rear. Fake turbo. Sounds like one of those eBay electric turbos. Oh. Yeah. T-Bone, I'm trying to read your comment. I'm doing my best. Short and sweet. Nice corners, elevations. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a lot of fun. So, I don't know. I really... We're just touching the dirt there. I think the Lotus is probably my favorite. As far as just throwing down some lap times. I think we're getting really close in this car to that car's lap time. Maybe we might have beaten it. I'm not really sure. But I think the Lotus to me is a favorite. Also in VR, I could really see that dash display really well. This car is different. I think this car is probably the easiest to just jump in and go. There's a track I'm not really looking forward to racing at, and I'm not really good at. I'm probably going to use this car. So I feel like it's going to allow me to drive a little bit more spiritedly and carefree and let me get away with a lot more. Porsche is just a challenge. I love it for that reason, but I don't think I could be consistently fast in that car without a good setup. I think that car is going to need a setup. Mainly it's a suspension, really getting that weight transfer down. Up, up, up. I don't know if you guys ever seen my Camaro ZL1, my Camaro ZL1 video. The cool thing with these cars is the rear window has louvers. I just recently installed some louvers on my Camaro ZL1. It kind of reminds me of... Oh, you can't see out the back though. So what do you guys think? Should we do a race around the Nordschleife with these cars? Join Billy's Discord channel and race 2018 Dallara with us in iRacing. When is that happening? What time? Ah! No, definitely not baller. Just a Camaro in the end. The roller coaster. The roller coaster type guys. Most YouTube videos. Less is more. Definitely. You know, in the beginning, I was like that. And I think everyone needs to get that out of their system, you know? Everyone needs to feel what the sim rig is capable of doing. But in the end, it's like... It's more for informational purposes. And I actually want... I'm going to be doing a video on the third degree of freedom. So I get a lot of questions on that. And I think... Speaking on that, it could really be used as a tool. And I use it as a tool. A seat of the pants tool to kind of tell when the rear of the car is kicking out. So yeah, we're going to be doing a video on that. I want to see if I can try to get someone over. There's a fellow sim racer that lives pretty close by. I want to get Will from Sim Racing Paddock. We tried to schedule something, and my schedule is completely crazy right now with work and whatnot. So we couldn't get anything together, but I want to get Will over from Sim Racing Paddock to try the rig and get his feedback on the 3rd degrees of freedom before I do that video. If it's not really possible, then I'll just release the video with my own thoughts, but someone that hasn't really raced on the rig, I kind of want to get their opinion on it. Join you guys on Discord to help you guys decide. So I don't know if you remember me saying I'm pretty much a noob on Discord. I'm not. I'm still learning Discord. I'm on there though. Whoa! Whoa, Tom! We're learning a lot about you today. I don't know, as I'm putting more and more laps in, I think I'm starting to like this car even more. Just so consistent, so easy. I know us sim racers are supposed to like craziness, and I do. Chaos, but if I'm trying to race, I like consistency. And I don't want to worry about fighting the car that I'm driving at the same time as fighting the people I'm trying to race. So, yeah, I'm really starting to enjoy this car. You know, No Limits 2 actually makes me motion sick. It's the only thing that does it. My mother, as well as one of my good friends who has had VR, well, he has VR, several different headsets actually. He doesn't get motion sick either. Everyone else I've put in it, including myself, we all got motion sick. Very cool, but yeah. Yeah, and that I turned to the max. See if we can get past this Cayman. Lotus, you let me pass. You let me pass. I own you. You're just a core of my processor. Let me pass. Well, that was weird. Weird and dramatic. You let me pass, but you didn't have to be so dramatic about it. So we gotta search this doppelganger, I guess. What was his name again? I want to get past these other two guys. Up, 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 up. I'll let him go. Little love tap. Let him know I'm here. Woo! Woo! You shall not pass. So yeah, I know RaceRoom, they're just like iRacing where you can purchase per car. They do have that sale, like I said at the beginning of the stream, where you can buy all 3 cars. They're giving you a little bit of a discount for buying the pack. It came out to a little over $12 US for all 3. It's not too bad. Definitely get the Lotus. I love this KTM now. Felt very underwhelming when I first drove it. But now I'm like, putting more and more laps down, I'm really falling in love with it. I don't know, I think you should just get all 3. The Porsche is very lively and very different. Some people may enjoy that and want that. These may feel too analog. I mean, too easy for some people, you know. Some people, they crave that challenge of whipping the car around the track. You could very much feel the weight transfer in the suspension of the Porsche. So that's enjoyable. You can feel what the car is doing. First few laps down, we were very cautious because I had a sense for that. Dramatic end. All right. So let's quit out of here. Woo! Howard Charles used IMDb. But RaceRoom, you can only play offline. Oh, shots fired. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say to that, you know? I've played online, and it was an event. It was an event. There was a lot of crashing, like how they released these cars right after Black Friday sale. And Tom Jones has better marketing tactics than that. Damn it, Tom Jones! How come you're not working for them? Sector 3 needs you. All right, so I'm gonna try to do this. I don't know if I can while RaceRoom is up. I don't know if I can do this while RaceRoom is up. Might have to actually close out of RaceRoom. So we'll do that for a moment. Let's close out of RaceRoom. Ah. Exit desktop. Boom. All right. So we have the compositor up. Let's do this weird thing. Was it IMDb? Howard Charles, I think was the name. I don't know why I keep losing the chat. Yeah, Howard Charles. Oh, jeez. So this guy is a much more clean-cut doppelganger of mine, I guess. I wonder, Thank you. Thank you, T-Bone. I appreciate that. I now feel better about my life. Was going to just jump out this window, but I'll hold off now. It's not... Oh, there we go. So yeah, this is... This is actually a pretty good find. That's actually kind of funny. Need to trim up the beard a little bit. The reason why I'm growing out the beard is that no shave Movember thing going on. We're almost there. We're almost there. I wonder what year was he born? How old is he? Born in 83, so he's 3 years older than me. He was born in 86. And, oh, I've seen him in movies. There you go. Get a little scar going. Get the earring going. The thing is, if I grow out my hair, it doesn't curl like that. It goes straight, but it's thick straight, so it just looks like a nasty fro, to be honest with you. Good find. The game is actually pretty fun with the wheel and motion rig. Oh my god, that is Crash. Oh jeez. Alright, I kind of have a feeling this guy is probably a guy that dies in most movies he's in. Is that my brother from another mother? All right, let's join back in RaceRoom. Now you got me kind of curious to see if there's any multiplayer sort of servers going. I know you. Oh man, YouTube made me actually go and choose whether or not to show that one. That was weird. So yeah, let's see if there's any live lobbies going on right now. Go to multiplayer and see what's going on over there. Kind of wanted to do a race over in the Nordschleife, but something's telling me that will not happen. Whoa, look at all these closed servers. Tom Jones, you guys don't know when you're going to do that race yet? Are you guys both in Discord right now? The track day there. There we go. So they're still qualifying. Then the race time is 30 minutes. It's only 4 people in there so far, but it might pick up once the race actually goes to start. Normally people start piling in. We might join in this one. 'Cause that's exactly what we were looking for. Zandvoort, there's only 2 people in there. Yeah, there's like no one online right now, but there's a few people here. That's WTCR. All right, let's see. This is so for the Nordschleife, I think we're gonna choose. I don't know. I think we might choose the Lotus. I think I might be actually faster with the KTM now that we've driven the heck out of it, but I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Lotus. I love that dash. It's kind of a weird reason to go for it. Getting a little bit of stuttering right now. Loading menus. I don't know why the heck that happens. Oh, trust me. I've been thinking about that video, Tom Jones. Yep. X-Bow, you want me to... We just chose a Lotus, but if you guys all unanimously decide that you want me to drive the X-Bow, I'll definitely jump out and jump into it. It was kind of a tough decision between the two. You guys let me know. But yeah, Tom, I'm definitely thinking about doing that video. Also for SimRacing 604. I do love VR. It's kind of hard for me to get away from VR. Now, the thing is, for Dan, all the things, you can see, I actually left a comment in that video. All the reasons that he's going back to triples are reasons that I've thought about driving in triples again. Because you kind of miss seeing your wheel, your button box, and everything like that. You know, there's been times that I thought I heard something in the room and I kind of like kick up my headphones like this, where I look back real fast. They're all legitimate reasons, so he's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong. But X-Bow. All right, X-Bow. X-Bow it is. Going out. Shame you can't choose a car from the pit before the race starts, you know?
12 minutes left of qualifying. I really like the Brett Sandberg livery. T-Bone. You know, yeah. So, T-Bone says, couldn't make it to the end of the VR debate. You agree with the resolution, but nothing else. I agree with him almost on all the points because they're all points that I've thought about before. I can't get away from VR because I have always wished to have VR. It's kind of something I've always wanted. So now that I'm living it, I don't know. I'm very willing to look past the flaws that it has. And honestly, if your face fits that Odyssey Plus, that's an amazing headset. And, you know, they have the Pimax coming out with the big field of view. And with the Odyssey, the screen door effect is really slight. It really is. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah. I can't wait for the future of VR. I really can't. It's a new platform, you know. He's right. The innovations haven't really been coming fast enough for VR, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I'm willing to look past all that. I may buy triples again. There's this beautiful Samsung super wide monitors that are out there. If they came down in price, I would probably pick up 3 of those and maybe do both. Because I do kind of miss seeing my rig. But nothing like being in VR, for me at least. For me, this is like the bee's knees. It really is. VR plus motion is basically the best. Yeah. I love the combination. I really do. I think the only way to really get around that is a curved projection screen, which we tried a long time ago. We tried the curved projection screen, and the way we did it was it wasn't meant to be permanent, so it took up so much room. Took up a huge amount of room, so we had to take it down. But I think curved projection setup, like they do on, you know, any of the big sims, that's kind of like the median between the two, the middle ground. But projectors, the one thing that I found out really fast is they put out a ton of heat. And then if you want the resolution to be good, either you could get the new 4K ones, which honestly you're probably going to need a few of them. Oh, that was a really tight chicane. I wasn't expecting that. That was a different layout than I'm used to. Used to the chicane, but that looked completely different. But yeah, it's just tons of heat, very expensive, and very, very big. It takes up a lot of room. I don't know. I love VR, and obviously T-Bone does as well. But I do agree with Dan on a lot of his points there, and I am not paying attention for whatever reason. So I think his points were all completely valid, to be honest with you. But do you get the depth with the curved projection? You kind of do. And I think that's why a lot of the racing teams use it. Because you kind of have your rig set up to be like the inside of your vehicle, and you have to set up the FOV correctly with the curved projection setup. And it almost mimicked like a 3D screen. It was actually very interesting. There's the other thing is you have to buy some software to really make it work correctly as far as a curved projection setup. It warps your resolution to perfectly fit on the very edges of the curved projection screen. No, there's new ones. I have a projector right now for my like little DIY theater room, and the lamp life on that one on normal mode is 5,000 hours, and then if you put on dynamic eco mode, it's like 10,000 hours. That's a 1080p projector from like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. The newer 4K ones, they're about the same hours wise, but there's also LED ones. You use a cheap 55 4K TV for any 2D racing you do, which isn't much, yeah. I'm kind of with you there, you know, to be honest with you. Whenever a title doesn't have VR support, not because it's a bad title or anything like that. Automobilista, for example. I really loved Automobilista, and I still do, but I never drive in it. I never drive in it, and that's because it doesn't have VR support. I just don't really feel enticed to do any driving in it. Doesn't interest me at that point, which kind of stinks. But that's just how my mind works, I guess. I don't feel anywhere near as immersed. I have fun, but once I go back to the TV, because we do have a TV here. We have a 43-inch, not quite as big as yours, but 43-inch right here that we use. And it's just not the same. It's not the same for me. Trying to get the pedal completely down there. We're overcooking the tires. They're not really hooking the way they should. Your biggest wow moment with the Rift, sitting in the pits at Charlotte and looking at the start-finish line and actually feeling far away from it, yeah. The coolest thing that I had was in Assetto Corsa, because in Assetto Corsa you could get out of the car and see the car. That was one of my first wow moments, was getting out of the car and checking out the brakes, and then being in multiplayer mode in like the drift setup on the drift track, being in the pits, and then kind of going and looking over the wall at everyone kind of drifting and doing their thing, and they're real people while I'm standing in the pits. Or getting out of the car and standing in the pits at Spa, listening to the cars go by and looking down the hill on pit lane and seeing the cars going off in the distance. I keep trying to tell Sean to look into the Odyssey, because he said he looked at the Vive Pro on one of his live streams, and he said he wouldn't go back to the Rift after looking at it, but the Odyssey and the Rift and the Vive Pro have the same panels, same resolution. They're both made by Samsung, and this setup is a lot cheaper. I think he would have his wow moment there, to be honest with you. Especially if the Vive, the Odyssey Plus, if that fits his face, I think that would push him over the edge. I was kind of hoping he picked one up during Black Friday for 300 bucks. Oh, overshot that. I tried to go for the 100, but the brakes couldn't handle it. So far, we're qualifying third. Some really good drivers in here, actually. Lead guy is 2.3 seconds ahead of us as far as qualifying lap times. Be very interested to see what he's driving. There we go. I think we're getting a little bit more confidence staying in it there. Lotus in the wall. Oh, okay. Tom Jones, I didn't know he actually reviewed the Odyssey. Hey, Billy! What's going on, man? Billy, are you on here? Are you on here trolling me right now? Well, if you are, there's apparently 3 other people trolling me. I just got knocked back to 4th. Oh, we're overshooting that again. So yeah, we're on an online server right now. I guess the race is going to start. Looks like we might have qualified 4th. Oculus is rock solid. That is the truth. Warm up for race. We got 4 minutes, 50 seconds if you guys want to join in. Show Billy my bro. Where are those triples, Crash? Dan! We were actually just talking about your video, man. My triples. Jeez. Honestly, I do have enough screens here to make a triple setup, but they're kind of spread between mine and my wife's computer. I don't think she would like very much me stealing her monitor. Come on, guys, jump in, man. I know here on the West Coast it's kind of like working hours, though. Dan, I was telling them that, you know, the video you made, to be honest, man, I agree with a lot of your points, and they're points that I agreed with, personally, and that I have thought about. I mean, personally, for me, though, VR, I still can't get away from VR, personally. But, I think a lot of us, the points that you brought up in your video were points that we have all thought about. Especially, you know, some of us that had triples in the past and went to VR, got rid of the triple setup. There's a part of you in the back of your mind that's kind of like, you know, triples would be easier to run and... Whoa! Alright. Here we go. Race Room Online Lobby. Why do I have a feeling that's one of you guys? You're editing right now. I hit the pause button, man. We all know you can pause and edit. Ron, how's it going, man? Got 2 minutes left in this warm-up before the race starts. Still no Dan, no buy. Come on, Tom. I wasn't talking trash. Maybe a little trash. Maybe a little trash here and there. Just kidding. No trash. No crash trash. It is. T-Bone says, Crash just showed us why it's bad to text and drive. That is for sure. Too many trolls? Yeah. Too many trolls in my life. You know, Billy and Dan, actually, both of you guys, being that both of you guys are here. You guys are much more well-known than I am. You should do a video on the weirdest crap that we have gotten requested while being a YouTuber. Because I don't know about you guys, I've gotten very weird comments and requests from people. I think that would be pretty funny. Comments in the video? Oh, wait. Oh, your video? Yeah, that's gonna happen. You can't make everyone happy. I mean, especially a topic like that. I mean, I've... Whoa. My, the video that I made on the TSPC Racer where I was basically saying it wasn't my favorite. I didn't really like it, personally, for the price point when it first came out. The comments that I made on that video, the comments that I got were rough, so yeah. I could only imagine then. And it sucks, you know, every time you make a video that's your honest opinion that you feel about something, you know. As we all do, we all make videos with our honest opinion. Sometimes when you're going against the grain, but it's your opinion, you feel like people need to hear it. People just, they get crazy, man. They get crazy when you don't agree with them. But, I mean, I agree with you. All your points I firmly agree with, to be honest with you. And I spoke to you about that, I think, in the comment section of that video. So you have too much hair. See if you had a nice tone bald spot, you wouldn't overheat in VR. Got weird requests when you had ISR, not too much in your channel. Yeah, people could be interesting, man. Yeah. Oh, the race start. What am I doing? Come on, go, go, go. Oh, there's a bunch of people in here now. Whoa! Come on, come on, come on. But you know what, Dan and Billy? I think it's good, you know? People are way too sensitive nowadays, and it's... I don't think we need to let that hold us back from our opinions. You know, we have our channels to show content based off of what we like, our hobbies. We're having fun doing what we like to do. And I think we should be able to post reviews and honest reviews based on how we feel. I mean, the trolls are going to happen no matter what, as we've seen with many other channels, like, you know, Barnacles. He always talks about the trolls and how they're affecting him, but, you know, the trolls are going to happen no matter what. But I think it's good that we're staying honest, you know, regardless of the topic. Completely jumped over that curb. I feel like I'm out horsepowered right now. Come on! KTM has no guts, yeah. I feel like I need to throw a leg out and start kicking this thing. See how well he concentrates. I lack discipline. No. It is... It's not easy to try to read comments and race at the same time, but it's what we do. I think not being a fan of the GT4 cars rubs some people the wrong way. I don't see why not. I mean, but the guys at Sector 3 appreciate your feedback. That's good. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is a necessary class. And I like how all the cars feel so different from one another. Stay in there. I got so excited he was losing it. I lost it. The Porsche is probably the most confusing to me because of the way it drives is just so... The weight transfer on that thing is so confusing. Not confusing. Why did I say that? It's noticeably a harder car to drive than the KTM and the Lotus. And it almost feels like a generation older car with that suspension. But I think it's cool that you have that difference in the pack. And I don't know. I don't mind this pack. I kind of like it. I don't really see myself going for it because they have like the 1992 DTM cars, which are absolute blast. Their current DTM cars are a lot of fun. I think there's more exciting cars out there, but I think it was kind of a necessary pack. Who knows, they might be working with a driver who actually drives these cars. Got an off-track warning. Yep. Yep. I really need to pick up the momentum with this car. This car has no out-of-the-hole power. I'm like over-braking, trying to be really cautious, but it's causing me momentum. Oh, Lotus driver. There you go. Hey, we're working with the Lotus driver. I do love the interior of that car. This one's very unique, but that Lotus feels like you're in something serious, you know? You got the AC GPL V2 cars? Ah! Don't text and drive! Recently picked up. Back when they did their sale. Oh, we're currently 5th, by the way. But back when they did their sale, I mean, probably last year, we picked up. Oh! What the heck was that? That guy just ricocheted right off of us. That was a shame. We were doing pretty good. Definitely early apexing that turn. We're coming out way wide at the end. We're not really able to bring it back. Ah, someone got kicked. I think that's what that was saying. Ah! Trying to read the messages. Not your messages, the messages on the screen popping up. Oh, we cut. We cut. I'm kind of curious to what Dan just asked. Billy, did George say that they made any changes to the AI in the update? He seemed way more aggressive to you last night in a bad way. That move looked like it was from someone you know. Whoa! You got cones flying across the track. Fennec123, how you doing, man? We're not in the Odyssey Plus. We're actually in just the base Odyssey right now. Odyssey Plus was not fitting my face. Check out their channel for the full review. Love the panels of it. Really love the panels of it. Just couldn't really get it to fit my face right. Oh, I don't think I actually finished my thought process before, but back before we got hit. So back on their sale a long time ago, we picked up all of their cars at the time. They had like a volume discount for all their cars. So we picked up a lot of different cars, but a lot of their newer cars coming out pretty cool. We might have to go through and see what we can pick up again. Got 18 minutes and 40 seconds left. It was funny. I got so many offers to buy this headset when that headset came in, but I don't know. I was really hoping that I could get the fitment just right on that headset, but we couldn't. Couldn't get it. We're back to 5th before we got rocketed off the freaking track. Ah! Stay in there! Trying to conserve as much momentum as I can with this car. Oh, we went down to neutral. So yeah, Dan, that actually happened to me as far as the adaptive AI being very aggressive. Not today. This was actually like a few weeks ago. So, lost in a train of thought. Way off the track. Adaptive takes too long. Have to drive the same car in track combination. Yeah, that was a big too because I did a race. It kind of like completely obliterated the AI, and I'm not, you know, the fastest guy in the town at all, not even remotely. And someone said you need to drive that same race again with AI at 105. So I did, and they were much faster. I'm like, what the heck, you know? So I put it back on adaptive. And they were extremely aggressive. It was like totally different group of cars. It was at the Nordschleife, and they were spinning me off the track, riding my rear bumper. It was pretty entertaining to watch, but it sucked to try to drive with. Later, Tom Jones. Thank you so much for joining in, man. Have I pre-ordered the Pimax? When do you think you'll get it? In 2 years? So I have not pre-ordered the Pimax. Up, up, up. Slow down penalty. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I plan on getting the headset. The problem is they're not launching it with the lighthouses at all. I have lighthouses right now, but I'm getting rid of the Vive setup that I have. So I would have to source new lighthouses, and lighthouses are pretty expensive from the Vive. So a lot of times what people do is they spend $500 and buy a new Vive. They keep the lighthouses and the controllers to get rid of the headset. I'm not willing to do that. So I'm kind of waiting for their whole package to come out. I know right now they're pre-ordering the headset, and they have kind of like a pre-order for the lighthouses, except they don't have like a date of release at all. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Waiting for the whole package to come out before I actually order. From what I'm hearing, the 5K Plus, the detail of the resolution looks about the same as the Odyssey at the moment, just with a much wider FOV. I love the Odyssey Plus screen and that little trickery that they're doing to get rid of the screen door effect. Kind of wish it had that technology, to be honest with you. Because really, I think all that headset needed was a little bit of a boost in resolution with that technology, and it would have been hands down an amazing innovation. $2080 Ti needed for the Pimax, you're out. Yeah, I kind of wonder how much of that is software related though. I mean, it makes sense because you're rendering a larger resolution, but come back again to the Oculus and their technology, like their asynchronous space warp and reprojection and the way that they do their things. I don't know. I think through software they could get it to be a much better experience if they really tried, or if they had the know-how. Thank you, Dan. No, the Pimax, eventually it's going to come with their own in-house lighthouses. They're making their own, but as well as their own controllers. They'll come with their own, I mean, they'll work with the Vive lighthouses and the Vive controllers. But, you know, being that I'm not going to have them, I'm not going to really have a way to use it. It's not going to require the newer lighthouses. You could use the original ones. They're hard to find online. Star VR headset is a future. Oh, yeah. Well, gotta wait for that technology to trickle down. I heard you can't even see the borders of their screen. And there's virtually no screen door effect. Definitely I can't brake that late. I'm just locking up the brakes, trying to stop myself. Kind of catching the Lotus a little bit. Still 5th place out of 13. Got 8 minutes, about 9 minutes left actually. RVR closet! Yeah, I finally figured out how to join someone in Discord. It's like join, well, it is. It's a new social media platform. I was already a member of it, but just never really used it. Low fuel. Hopefully we have enough fuel to finish this race. We might actually have to pit in. Stay in there. Oh, you're talking about adding the normal chat. Yeah. RVR, yeah, I got you. It does take a performance hit, though. As far as the software I'm using, we have 2 gallons of fuel left. You can see that low fuel light on. You love Discord. Well, Dan, you need to show me how to use Discord, man. So my Discord handle, if they call it a handle, do you guys call it a handle? I don't even know. Is that like old CB talk? I think it's Crash RTA Motorsports, all one word. RVR Closet could kind of confirm or deny that. I don't even remember the darn screen name. I think it's Crash RTA Motorsports, all one word. You can get me on Discord that way. Trickle down is correct. It's gonna be a slow trickle though. Star VR headset is super expensive. Hopefully we have enough fuel to finish. Feels like we're losing power, actually. Doesn't come up. Pathetic. Just floor it. I'm trying. That's the problem. I'm trying. And cause a few crashes on the track sometimes. RVR, paying attention to chat. If you could actually share my screen name if you're anywhere near Discord at the moment. I thought it was Crash RTA Motorsports. Damn Rotax engines. I'm not paying attention. Oh, are we gonna get the Lotus? Are we gonna get him? It's the most excitement we had in the past 12 minutes. Ah, why did I downshift? Get back here! I'm trying to talk to you. Ah, don't slide. battling for 4th. It's not even a podium finish, but we're battling for it. I'm almost out of fuel, but I have to take a fuel. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're going to lose it. Just before the end of the race. Pedals down. Half a gallon. Oh man, less than half a gallon. We're just losing. We're purging fuel. I wonder if we have like punctured tank or something. I'm gonna just short shift the heck out of it. Two minutes! See if we can last 2 minutes. Oh, 0.1 of a gallon. Yeah, we're gonna run out of fuel. There's no way. I felt it just. There she goes. We're gonna run out of fuel anyway. He's gonna be passing us. 1 minute 27 seconds to the end of the race. We lost fuel. Come on! Oh, why does this always happen? This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Yep. That's it. We're done there. Someone put sugar in your gas tank. You sent me a link to Discord a while ago. I never got a link. Or sent me a link to your Discord? 2 minutes, which includes making a sandwich. Oh, man. Come on. We got 14 seconds left of the session. We ran out of freaking fuel. At least we got past that guy as we were running out of fuel. I don't know. I don't know. That was a little bit miserable. I think we're going to try another session. But we'll maybe jump into the Lotus. I don't know. I don't know where they're going to race next. That's going to be a big determining factor on what we're going to do. But we definitely didn't finish 5th by the end of that. They're going to be at Zandvoort. No, that's a lock. That's not us. Okay. GTR 3 and GTR 4. At Spa. That could be cool. Multi-class racing. Let's see if it refreshes and then it says like qualifying or something. Because right now it just says practice, but there's 11 people in there. Not refreshing. It still says 0. There we go, qualifying. All right, so we'll jump into this. Thank you, Billy. Hopefully I can figure out where to find the request. So we're going to be at Spa. I think I'm going to do the Lotus anyway. That was Charles Howard in the Lotus. Oh, you know exactly who was racing me in the Lotus? Did he laugh and point his finger at me as he was driving by when I ran out of fuel? Oh, that was kind of miserable. I didn't pay attention to how long this race session is going to be, though. At Spa. Let's grab some water while we can. They're in qualifying right now. Woo! Look at this. If anyone had any question as to what Dan was talking about when he was talking about sweatiness, yeah. Right there. Right there. It's still loading. Come on. Come on. We can do this. There we go. Doesn't say how long the race is going to be. Whatever. We're doing it either way. This interior is freaking awesome. There's a bunch of people in this session here, so let's see if we could qualify at a decent level. We do have multi-class racing going on, so GTR 3 and 4. Got a Lotus slowing down there. I wonder if he knew we were joining in this session here. Whoa, baby! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, man. Tires a tad bit too cold, I think. Wind simulator for the win. I need to pick one of those up. I do have a fan. Small little desk fan. But I never turn it on because, well, it would kind of blow on the microphone. Oh, we're going to have to, like, relearn this car now. We're all over the place. Let's let this guy by. Not get in his way. Why are we understeering so badly? Hopefully it's just the tire temperature. What the heck? I do gotta say, it's been a little while since I've been in RaceRoom in VR. Spa looks really updated. Especially like these little reflections of tire marks on the track. The surface, I mean, it's really vibrant. Whoa, sorry guy. I'm over here looking at the backgrounds. Look at this. I got the wheel cut and I'm just floating right off the track. I might just jump in the Porsche. We really need to get a handle on this car. Qualifying is going to be over in 3 minutes. There we go. Gotta really slow down a lot. Just overcooking a lot of the turns. Stay in there. Never had that bad of an issue getting around that turn before. Oh man, we're gonna be probably annoying a lot of these GTR4 guys. Check out the fan air setup Sim Racing Garage has on his setup. That guy just has an amazing setup all around, period. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I think I actually seen that video. Come on. The front end has like no grip. On this track at least. I didn't experience this last time when we were test driving it. I have to slow down a lot more than I really think I should have to get this car around the track cleanly. I'm not... These GTR3 guys are gonna probably pile up behind us in some of these turns. Definitely am not going to have to oh, I was the last guy on the track. Sorry about that, everyone. Waiting for players. Still loading into the server. Oh, okay. It's going to be a pretty good race. Pretty full race. I kind of wish... I don't know. Thinking maybe we should have tried the Porsche on this one. Lotus didn't really feel like it. Brands Hatch said it had like a really low gripping front end. I don't know. Maybe it's a default setup for this track. I'm not sure. But we're really going to have to slow things down when we go into this one. I guess we're still waiting for these drivers. Come on. Come on, guys. Join in. Kind of curious to see what the session length is going to be on this one. Still saying we're waiting. There we go. Oh! Almost broke my neck there. Alright, so everything is still hooked up. Everything's still going. Probably need to do a setup, but we don't have the knowledge nor the time to do so right now to mess with it. So let's see where we're starting. We're going to be starting 19th. Race will start in 30-something seconds. We're going to be amongst some GT R3 guys. You can see Corvette, Camaro. That is an AMG there in pink. Pretty cool livery. Got a Porsche in front of us. There we go. That looks like an M6 up there. Oh my gosh! It's like he had his wheel completely cut. Come on, guys. I can't see through that mirror, so I can't tell if there's cars coming. Woo! I don't know how we made it through that sector. We couldn't do that in qualifying at all. But I could felt the steering was light. We were basically sliding. Rough start. Currently second in our class. Up, 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 up. What the heck? McLaren pushed us out of the way. Now our tires are kind of trying to keep it in. Not in a good position, tire-wise. Feel it. Really struggling. That was a rough first lap. Come on! Found a setup like it on Amazon with adjustable speed airflow with both USB and AC. Nice. Four-inch hose, you're getting it for your setup. I'll have to check that out. How much is it going for? We're in second place in our class currently. Stay in. We really need to find our groove through that sector. We got 15 minutes left of this session here. We're sliding this car. I really need to get closer to him so we can put some pressure on him. I'm literally sliding this car around the track right now. Got a little bit of a gap from the cars behind. Someone's in the pits. I think it's a GTR 3 car. He's about 2 seconds ahead of us right now. Got a 9+ second lead on the cars behind. That is so freaky feeling. I don't think you guys know. Hang on, let me bring it up. Got him about 1.2 seconds ahead. There we go. There we go. Keeping it on the track. Somewhat. Somewhat. Come on. Come on. Someone got... P-Bach got disqualified. So there are rules enacted right now. I don't know if maybe he was being overly aggressive or too many off tracks. Whoa! Big slide there. Oh, that was too hot through there. We lost some valuable time there. Philip Bach has left. We got to get smoother. We got to get smoother. 11 minutes left. Can we get first? Hold him in a little bit. Second and a half out now. We're getting smoother. 9 minutes left. Actually, about 10. 9 minutes, 58 seconds, 54 seconds. Oh, way off the track on that one. I think we have a GTR 3 guy coming up behind us. .1 seconds out. Keep it into the wall. That is so unnerving feeling. Car literally gets light. 6th gear, we're going 140, 141, 142, 143, 144. Into the braking zone. Left foot braking. Try to keep control of this car, but drive aggressive enough that we can catch him. We're 0.8 of a second behind him now. Whoa! Foot down! Come on! 4-inch cooling fan with speed control. $22.99. 4-inch. That's not bad. Air duct hose, 8 foot, $9.99. Different ones to choose from. Nice. Six minutes left of the session. We're on his back bumper. We're almost there, baby. He's in our position. Some oversteer action going on there. Come on. Come on. Lotus on Lotus. Who's going to get the first place? 6 minutes. About to cross the mark to 5 minutes. We're almost there at the end of the race. Online multiplayer. He's just a little bit more consistent than me. Fan powered by AC or USB. That's a good feature. Trying to use every inch of this track to try to maintain my momentum. My back of my neck is so tense right now. Ah! Off track warning. I think we got him! I think we got him! Hopefully we can hold it. He's going to try to go up the inside. I know it. Oh my gosh! He's on our tail. He is not going to let us get away with it. Not for an instant. Ah! Oh, we let the pressure get to us. We started swerving. He knew it. He backed off. He saw what was happening. He probably thought we were coming around for sure. Oh, he's got... $3 minutes left. I'm not going to let him get away with it. He's doing awesome. I feel like I'm a little bit of an inferior driver, to be honest with you. He's a very clean and consistent driver. We're both sliding, both hanging the tail out. Woo! We were like... we were both drifting together there. Tandem drifting. GTR4 in race room. That's how hard we both want this. That's how hard we're both pushing. Two minutes. The pressure was on. He's not impervious. Oh, he's catching up quickly. What the heck? Oh, no! Oh, man! On the last lap! Well, I got to taste first place for a little bit. Yep, now the tires are tired. You also found with a helmet with a hose connection, you can hook the fan air hose to. Oh my gosh! I actually last night found a helmet. I think it was on. I forgot what website that was on. It's a VR racing helmet for racing teams, but it was like $2,600. It's a racing helmet with an Oculus like perfectly placed in there. Second place. Gonna have to settle for second in our class. Woo! There's a bunch of other drivers, but I think a lot of them crashed out or whatever. The next guy behind us was like something like 30-something seconds back. Oh man. That was that was rough. Oh, I need some water after that one. Definitely need some water after that one. Yeah, I'm trying to put this in such a way. There we go. That was one heck of a battle, huh? Woo! Look at me. Who said we don't work here in sim racing? This is not gaming. Well, it is. It kind of is. Oh, man. That was good. I definitely needed that. Online multiplayer, a good battle, good dogfight. I got humbled, you know. I was overdriving the car. That's probably why I was catching him so quickly each time. Because I was overdriving the car and I was willing to do so. And we got lucky so many times through so many catches. I don't know if you guys seen all those at all. We were drifting with the guy ahead of us. I mean, it was getting really lucky, and we just overstepped our boundaries. We overstepped the tires. From us drifting and sliding and overdriving, the tires probably got really warm, really hot. And then we overstepped our boundary when he was right behind us. We should have slowed down. I had a feeling we should have slowed down going up the hill there at Spa. We didn't. We just sent it because I figured we got lucky so many other times we could do it, and we paid for it. So second place, though, I'll definitely take second place. Second place is nothing's wrong with that. All right, it's skipping a little bit because it's not on my head. Oh yeah, some guys are still racing. So let's continue there. So you can see this is complete. This is our class here. Wow, so many people did not finish. Just the first 3 actually finished. I don't know if they ran out of time or what. You can see Lotus top 2, 3rd place Porsche. And we got some Lotus back there at the end. Audi wins in the GTR 3. Us right there, 2nd place. Definitely a cool. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Awesome, awesome battle, buddy. Wherever you are. That was a lot of fun. Alright, so let's get out of that. Maybe we have time for one more. Maybe we'll try the Porsche this time. Being that we did races with the other 2, might as well do one with the Porsche and see how it feels. So far, I'm gaining respect for this class. It's a tough group of cars to drive. It really is. Each car has a lot of character. I know someone said that in this chat, and I can't agree more. Let's see, practice session. We're at the Nürburgring right now. All right, so we're gonna get out of this. We're gonna change the car over. Hopefully we could go in that same session. I would like to race that guy again. Right there. That can't be it. It says there's only one guy in there. That may be the case. That's got to be the session. There's no one in it at the moment, it says. Let's see what else is going on. You know, we'll jump into it. I'm sure someone will. It's only in the practice, and we got 8 minutes left to practice. We need some practice anyway with the Porsche anyway. So, Joe Robillard, Body Motion Racing. Sky Juice. We were just talking about me and my my antics with actually trying to get on Discord. My journey to try to figure out Discord originally. Now, Sky, he hit me up a long time ago. I made my Discord account. He added me. He messaged me, and I never realized he messaged me because I never went in Discord again because I couldn't really figure it out. Didn't really know anyone in Discord. Accidentally joined a few servers. Didn't know what that meant. He could tell you. But yeah. Alright. So now we're in the Porsche Cayman GT4. So we just did a race. It was a mixed class GT4, GT3 race. And we finished second in our class with the Lotus. The race before, we were in the KTM X-Bow, which was just a GTR4 race. We finished 5th. We got knocked off the track a few times. We were making some mistakes. See how we do this one. I know everyone's telling me that. I need to start doing it. I'm gonna try to be more active on it. I got the phone app now. I didn't even know they had a phone app, so I got the phone app. I'm trying to learn while I'm on the go. So the last two races have been actually pretty entertaining. I mean, they weren't clean races by any means. You can see on the, if you are watching this as a replay, you've seen the last race. The start of the race was just pretty much wreckfest, even amongst the GTR3 guys. I mean, they were just slamming into each other. But once the race starts going, everyone got their room. It is a very, it was actually pretty good. We had an awesome battle last race. Hopefully this race, if anyone even joins in, which I suspect people will, it's the same server as we were in before, which had pretty full room. I suspect it to be pretty good. It's only practice session now. We need to get our feet wet with this Porsche. Definitely with this pack, I mean... Gotta brake sooner there. 3 very different cars. Hey, RVR, you have a good night? Whoop. Definitely downshifting way too early. This gearing, second gear. Feels like I need to go down in second at that point, but I think we just need to keep it in third. Keep it at second here. Completely locked him up. Missed the braking point. So last race, first and second place cars were the Lotus. There was no KTMs actually in that race, surprisingly enough, at Spa, which kind of makes sense because the car kind of has no guts, so you kind of like feel like it's more suited for the shorter tracks. I don't know, it may be able to keep up pretty nicely. I just feel like on that long straight you would just kind of lose everybody. I think that's kind of how everyone else felt too. That's probably why there was no KTMs in that last session. I'm sure there's probably going to be some KTMs here. Got 3 minutes left to practice. Probably need some more time, definitely. Actually, need some more time. But no one's joined in yet. This session's kind of a dud. We might just jump out, see what else is going on, or maybe do an AI race. We're missing that break point completely. Completely. Let's see. See, I don't see anyone else here. We'll keep going, because sometimes in qualifying, people start joining in. We'll give it into qualifying. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, I don't see any other cars yet. We only got a minute and a half left before qualifying starts anyway. Second gear is such a short gear. Every time I downshift to it, I feel like I'm gonna blow the engine. Stay in there. About 10 seconds left to practice. We're going to be rated to qualifying. There we go. Oh! Well, AI didn't have my back on that one. Alright. Let's see. Qualifying is now active. We'll give it a little bit and we'll see if people start. Oh, yeah, there's GTR3 car right there. We'll let him go first, if he's actually ready. Looks like there's another car next to him as well. Can't tell what it is. But we got the Audi GTR3 right next to us. Cool. Alright, so people are starting to join in. Good stuff. He's probably just judging the situation, trying to see if anyone's actually going to join in. Only 9 minutes left to qualifying, so yeah, here he comes. was very dramatic. Oh, he spun out too. Might just do an AI race. It doesn't seem like anyone's really joining in this session, unfortunately. I don't see anyone in the pits. See a lot of pit crews, but no one in there. Oh. Not paying attention again. Well, I think this lobby is probably a dud. I don't know. I think it's kind of looking like a dud. Let's go out. Let's see what else is going on. Might just do a Nordschleife race with the AI. They got a track day session going. Portimino Circuit, GTR 1. Circuit, alright, let's jump in this. We already got 6 guys in it. That seems promising. Zandvoort, I'm gonna definitely do the... I know I said I was gonna race. Oh, you need a password? I don't got a password. Oh well. Darn it. I thought we could get in. That's locked. Yeah, there's really nothing else going on. Alright, so we'll jump into a single player. Well, let's see what challenges are going on too. Leaderboard challenges. See if anything is related to the GTR 4. No. That's just a time trial there. Competitions. Let's see what else. See what else is going on. That might actually be exactly what we're looking for. This looks like a... See what the leaderboards are. I don't know if it's an AI race or just a hot lap. Prove that you're the fastest in our premium competition and win some VRP. First place, 500. Random draw for 500 for 4 people. Nürburgring Grand Prix layout circuit. It looks like someone put a 2-minute 7.419. Let's launch the event. Get real, of course. Those are all the fastest guys. They're all get real. I think we were probably putting down... See what his time was again? 2 minutes... 7.419. I want to say we were probably nowhere near that, but I'm going to drive Ted's car. Let's see. Let's see how well this works out for us.
see one thing. I noticed that the computer that I'm streaming from is actually looks like it went into sleep mode. Looks like the monitor actually turned off on the streaming computer that we're using. The monitor went to sleep. But it seems like the computer is still going. I'm actually watching the stream right now. I'm trying to make sure. Trying to make sure all is well on the stream. Seems like we're still live. Yep, we got to be still live. Good deal. All right. Let's get the chat back up. Taz87, how you doing, buddy? I don't get it. We chose the car and it didn't really load for us. Ted. Come on, Ted. I'm going to drive Ted's car. Yeah. Ron Smith looks good here. Thank you, man. Yeah, for some reason, the monitor over here turned off, and I was kind of getting worried. I mean, I pulled off the headset. I saw the computer was off, and I'm like, have I just been talking to myself? What's going on? Hopefully the sound is still working. I'm belted into this chair, so I can't even try to turn it on, but yeah. Let me know if the sound is still playing. As long as you can still hear the car. So we're doing a hot lap challenge. So far the leader got a 2:07. Seems to be a really fast alien-like lap time. Let's see what we could... Might end up being like 40 seconds or so slower. It's going to take us a few laps before we actually get into our groove.
That wasn't smooth at all. We way overcooked that. So we're 41th. 41th. We're a lot better than I thought we would be, to be honest with you. That was a 211.906. The shift from second and third just rips the wheel out of your hand a bit. Oh, settle down! Woo! Oh, we cut the track. We cut the track, darn it. Overdriving the heck out of it. You can hear me and the car. Beautiful. Perfect. Thank you. So just after the 150, before the 100 is kind of the breaking point that I'm aiming for, it seems to be. That felt the smoothest so far. I'm going to try not downshifting the second so much, because it just makes the car feel so rough. Alright, yep, that didn't work out. That didn't work out. Let's restart this. I think we could restart. I'm not exactly sure if we can. Yep, we can. See what we can do. Gotta beat that 207. Hey, Norman! You missed some epic races before, buddy. Definitely check it out on the replay when we post it. Had some really good battles. Right now we're trying to do the hot lap challenges in RaceRoom with the Porsche. How is your rig coming along, man? Any updates? We moved up to 32nd. We just... Oh, man. We keep going way too far out wide when we go to brake there. I don't know why I keep doing that. With this car, I just keep going towards the grass. I don't really have that issue with the other cars at all. So 211.024 is kind of where we're at now. Bounce off the rev limiter there. Off track? No, I guess not. So far we're slower, 0.5 of a second. Made contact with D-Box. Should have... Let's see. Should have a solution in hand early January 2019. Nice, man. Come on. This is not going to be a fast lap. We're over a second slower. Hopefully it'll set us up for a good second lap. There we go. I had to consciously stay away from that side of the track. So far, 0.34 of a second faster. Oh, and pretty much lost it there. Wow, I don't know how I managed to keep the car on the track there. See what next lap is going to look like. Because we started off better on this one. Just got to get our groove together and tie it all together to one lap. Yeah, man, I'm sure you're excited. You've been working on this rig for a while. Ah! Spun it out right there. Let's restart. So far, again, 2:11.024 is our fastest. 2:07 is the fastest lap so far. That's the lead car at the moment. Want to at least get in the top 10. Ah, yep, I kind of knew it. Kind of knew it. That was going to get us an off track. This Porsche is so tricky to drive on the edge. And I'm trying to drive it on the edge of what I'm capable of at the moment with the practice we've had. So, kind of thinking if we should go out and maybe try it with the Lotus or the KTM, because I feel like we were much smoother with the Lotus and the KTM than we were with this car, but this car is definitely a faster car. I feel like if you could tie it together with this car, it's just going to give you a better time overall. Way off the track. Let's try it with the Lotus, I think, or the KTM. I know the KTM I could get around this track pretty easily, but it feels like it has no guts at all. So far we're 31st place. Let's see what these guys are. There's some towards. Let's see what we can do here. Good button box. The problem that I have is in VR, they're very, very, very hard to use. Sorry, Brett Sandberg just has the coolest livery, coolest color combination. Woo! We've been in the rig. We've been in VR for a while now. 3 hours in VR. Gonna have to take a break soon. Burn my retinas out. Well, I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you so much for joining in. See what we can do in this crossbow. Much different feeling vehicle. This is more of a momentum car. You really need to make sure you got good momentum. Try to keep it into the turns. It's a very good car to just jump in and go with. But it just lacks horsepower, at least it feels like that. Look at that, no drama. Pedal all the way down. Got a little cocky, tried to brake a little late. $211,024 still stands. I tried to brake a little later there. Paid for it. Definitely paid for it. So, I could be a lot smoother with this car, but I feel like it's so hard to try to compete because of just a lack of horsepower with this car. You really gotta like get that momentum just right. Slow down too much there. We're 0.304 of a second slower still. Off track. Oh! We're gonna open up that last turn a little bit more. Early apex that one, so we got thrown out wide. We need to get that one a little bit smoother. Bunch of little things we got to do. No, honestly, I was not. There was a bunch of other stuff I needed to purchase this holiday season. I decided I don't really do enough F1 to really make it a purchase that I needed. I would have loved the wheel. It's a gorgeous wheel. But, and I had the chance. I was at the page, and I seen it. 0.6 slower there. We can come out wider there. We don't have to slow down as much. Appears to be an amazing sim option. Is there any news that they'll run that option again? Not sure. I have messaged them about information. They haven't contacted me back. So once I get a contact, I'll try to get some information, some news. .409 slower. So I just, you know, we're trying to go after little points of time here with this car. Where the Porsche, we were basically slapping it around the track and being dependably faster. So I think we're going to try the middle ground, which is the Lotus. And then we'll call it. We'll see if we can break into the top 10 there. But that 207.419 is just amazing. That's an amazing time. Bill Glue. By the way, so cool to see that you have the chat and sim. I know, I'm glad it's actually working, to be honest with you. There is some performance loss. I do feel the performance loss. But it's not really enough for me not to run it. And as you can see, we've been running for 3 hours and 22 minutes. We did 3 full races, or 2 full races, I should say. And we tried to do a third, didn't really work out. No one was jumping into the server. So, yeah, you know, I feel comfortable. So that's... See what we can do here. We completely slid that one in. That downshift is probably going to cost me time, but I feel like we would have lost the rear of the car if we would have kept in it. Got a new best time already. That time we didn't downshift. Had a better control over the car, so we should be able to get a slightly quicker lap time this time. .210.796, we're down to 30. Only a few seconds off. I think we found our car. Way too off track. Yeah, they called me on that one. Let's restart. So that was a 210.207's first place. There's 28 cars between me and that guy in just those few seconds. Let's see what we can do. Too far off track. Damn it. We'll try it again next lap. Let's get some heat in the tires. Just using this as practice. Meaning that this lap is not going to count. I love the modeling of this car because the dash display is nice and big and I could read it. Ah, we ruined that. Ruined it. The setup is all messed up for this lap. This is going to be a slower lap, but we'll try to salvage it. Not getting... I was going to say, I'm not getting a lap delta, and then one just pops up right on the screen. There we go. All right, let's kill it this lap. Let's do it. Oh, that cost us some time. Oh, we went down to neutral. I think we're going to call it here at 30th place. Woo! I'm starting to get pretty darn exhausted. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining in. This was a very cool first look at these GT4 cars. I know it's very polarizing. Some people like them. Some people don't really like them. I like them enough to drive in them in VR for 3.5 hours. And that's saying a lot. We did a few races with them. They're engaging. They're all very different. If you had to buy just one car, I would probably say get the Lotus. It seems to be like the middle ground between the two cars, the Crossbow and the Porsche. The Porsche is like the fastest car in the straight, but it's the hardest car to control in the turns as far as the weight transfer. Everything feels a little weird with that car. Needs a decent setup, I feel like. But otherwise, I feel like the Lotus is like the middle ground. It kind of takes some things from both cars and kind of melds them together. So you kind of get the little bit of a lively nature of it. The race that we did earlier at Spa, me and the car ahead, I finished second. The car ahead that finished first, we were battling for first place. There was some position changes. We were both in the Lotus and we were sliding it. We were doing, at one point, we were both drifting around a corner together. And it seems to be the best all-arounder. Now, the easiest car to just jump in and drive is the Crossbow. Hands down, that is the easiest car to just jump in and drive, and it feels the slowest. But you could be the most consistent with that. But we were fighting trying to get the lap times that we're trying to get, where the Lotus just kind of, blew it on by. So if you had to get one, I would say get the Lotus. But right now they're doing a little bit of a sale for the pack of 3 if you buy all 3 at the same time. That's how we got it. We purchased all 3. Got a little bit of a discount there. I think it was like 12 and change American. So, all right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this first look. It's been a little bit since we live streamed. I'm sorry about that. We're going to be jumping into the rig more often now. And, yeah, I'm Crash. This is RTA Motorsports. Thank you so much for joining in. And we'll see you all next time. Have a great weekend. Probably see you during the weekend. Stay tuned.